Okay, this is the takedown and assembly video of the Typhon knife. I built this as a demonstration piece. Altogether, this knife has about 36 pieces, I think. Every bit of this can be taken apart, put back together. I mean, every intricate piece. Start by putting it together real quick. Okay, this is our blade. This is Typhon, hand engraved on both sides. Blade is 10.5 inches overall. Okay. Start with the foreguard piece here. This is titanium anodized. And it slides right on. And the guard itself, pretty self-explanatory. It's fit to 0 tolerance, so there's no wiggle room once it's all together. You can see that fits good and tight there. And this one, that meets up with the handle. The handle itself, the scales are fit with T6 torque screws. Okay, with these screws, these back screws are just slightly longer than the front, so bear that in mind if you take this apart, put it back together. Take the scale off. How you get to the retention screw for the blade. That is an 1/8 inch Allen wrench. And when you take this apart and put it back together, you want to make sure that you don't over tighten anything. It's just got to be snug, because it doesn't really serve any purpose other than holding the blade into the handle. Then you just pop the scale back on there and make sure the shorter screw goes in that front. And the longer one in the back. And that is Typhon with the black set of scales, silver wire wrap. Scales are black canvas micarta. And that is one set of the titanium inlay pieces. There's another set that goes in there. I'll show you how to do that real quick. Pop those back out. Take out your set screw just enough to get the blade out. It doesn't have to come out all the way. Okay, this is fairly simple. There's not really a lot to it. There's just a lot of pieces that have to work in conjunction with each other. Loosen these front screws just slightly. And this one here, just a little bit. And that allows the handle frame to be spread just enough to get those out. Pop those out. And both of those are interchangeable with each other, so you can have a different combination. Okay, pop that out. This just pops out of there. There's a little detent in this end that slides into. This is the other one here. This one is firework with the Nevermore 3 firework. Put this one in here. Put that in like so. Squeeze it together. Retighten your handle frame screws here. And that is the other set of titanium inlay. This is a very intricate knife. It's probably the most intricate one I've ever made. You can see, got the 2 sets there, different pattern. And then to change the scales, of course, all you got to do is take out these scale screws. Hopefully you can hear me all right over the fan. These are olive linen micarta with silver wire wrap. Everything on this knife is built to 0 tolerance. It's all built by hand. I don't use any machine tools. And if you saw my shop, you'd probably be surprised at what I can do with what I have. There's that set. Personally, I like the black set better, but that's entirely up to the receiver which one they like better. And now I'll show you the complete takedown and assembly process for the handle frame. Okay, like I said, every single piece of this can be completely taken apart. Start with these. Just make sure you don't mess up which part goes where. It's pretty self-explanatory if you pay close attention. This screw here, it's got a slightly larger head, and the other 2 are a little smaller. Okay, and that side pops off. Goes up. This is the only knife of its kind, and I'll probably never make another one because it's very, very time consuming. Doesn't want to pop off for some reason. Fit together tight. Liner, left side liner. These are marked left and right on the inside. These come out. Those are barrel sleeves for the front screws. And this is stepped barrel for the back one. It's pretty self-explanatory. Holes are different sizes, so those can't be mixed up. Okay, now to put it back together, start with the middle. That's the center of your handle frame there. Pop that stepped barrel into that hole. Left liner, pop that on there. Right liner, pop that one on there. Left side, and before I forget here, these can be taken out as well. That's half of a stepped barrel. Those hold the handle scales. Okay, and then take your other barrel, pop that in there, that one in there. And then you just pop on the other side there. And then you put these screws back in. When you do this and you put the screws in the first side, you want to leave those a little bit loose so you can line up that barrel right. Hopefully you can see that okay. And like I said, it's important not to over tighten anything on this knife because it just has to be snug. And there's your frame. Then you just go back, snug those up so that everything is in place. And while this side is still loose, you can pop your titanium inlay pieces back in. And there it is. Pretty much the rest of it is self-explanatory. This does fit somewhat tight when you put it together, so you might have to give it a little nudge like this, the palm. But that's it. I hope you like this knife.